Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, all right, we're going to continue talking about dating. And my question to you is, do you want a man or do you feel like you need a man? Okay, first of all, let me start off by saying thank you all so much for supporting this channel and leaving those wonderful comments. Thank you for letting me know what you think about these videos. I really appreciate it. So now let's get into it. Let's talk about dating because it's a big thing. It's a big thing today because people have lost the meaning of what dating is all about. I believe that they've lost the meaning of what it's all about. And people feel like, dating involves having sex. I know when men have approached me and said, I want to date you. And what they mean is that I would want to have sex with you. No. I don't need a man. I don't need him for anything. I don't need him for my stability. I don't need him for my happiness. I don't need him for direction or any of that. So now I pose the question to you ladies. Do you need a man or do you want a man? There is a difference. Now, me, I would like to have a man, but I'm not willing to settle. I'm not willing to settle, and I'm not willing to put up with any nonsense that these men are putting out to women today. Men feel like they are they really think that they are the prize because women, you are getting involved with these people and making them feel like you need them for something. You cannot make it on your own. You out here feeling like you need a man to provide a living for you. Ladies, you have the power to create the life that you want. You really don't need a man for that. Because what makes you think that he knows any more than you know? Now, you probably feel like he makes more income than you, so you want to hook up with him because you can see your life being more abundant if you hook up with him. Ladies, that's not necessarily true. I know women who have hooked up with men who have a lot of money, but they are miserable because the men use them like a whipping post. See, when a man feels like he's in charge of you, unless he is a genuinely good person, he'll take advantage of you at every turn and not care what you think about it. Comes to mind this song. I did mention it in one of my videos. I'm going to mention it here. This song by, I think is Nas X. Him. He came out with this song that's, and I'm a paraphrase because I don't remember the exact words to it. But in the song, it says, if I bought everything that you have, then I can take it all back, and I wouldn't care what you thought about it. That's paraphrasing what he said, but that is so true. That is so true. Some men they'll buy you things when you are together. And listen, when you're giving them sex, I say together, but a man, if he's together, he's wanting sex, okay? If he is buying you things because he's getting sex from you, right? Some of these sleazy men will want all those things back if the relationship breaks up. Even if he decides to leave, he wants to take all those things that he bought for you back. You see? And you took him because you felt like you needed it. You needed him to provide the lifestyle that you wanted for yourself. Ladies, if you want a certain lifestyle, you create it for yourself. You create it for yourself. You see? And then when a suitable man comes along, you see, you can date him. You don't have to bring him into your life and date him, but leave him right out there until you are sure, absolutely sure, that you can trust him with your heart. You see? You don't just grab these people and bring them into your life because you're taken by the shiny, by, you understand, the glitz and the glamour. See, men do that to capture women, whether you know it or not. Men buy fancy cars and wear all these suits that look like women to capture you, to seduce you. And you feel like that you would like to have all of this goodness into your life, you see? And then you take these men in, and then they start mistreating you. They start mistreating you because it was a game anyway. See, men play a lot of games with women, a lot of games. And these games that they play are to take advantage of you so they can go back to their homeboys and slap fives how they got over on you. Now, I'm not saying all men. Don't get me wrong. I know some men jumped on my channel to get on me about talking about them. In fact, one man said, quit telling all our secrets. Well, listen, I'm trying to protect you women. That's why I'm here, to protect you, because women are being destroyed by these men. You see, you feel like, even the young girls, they feel like, well, I need me a boyfriend. You get a boyfriend. What does he want from you? Sex. Sex. And then, forbid you get pregnant. Forbid you get pregnant while you're dating this dude. A lot of them will just up and leave you to fend for yourself with the baby. That's why so many younger women are out here with babies. Not all by the same father either, because every man come by there had a game. Had a game to pull on you and to trick you into thinking that he was the one for you. He gonna stick by you and everything. He gonna stick by you and everything. And then pop, here come a baby. You see? Did you really need him for that? Now, if you wanted to have a baby, that's a different thing. And I hope if you decide that you want to have a baby on your own, that you can afford to support that baby on your own. Don't have a baby because you want the man. You're trying to trap the man. No, you're only trapping yourself when you do that. You're only trapping yourself. Now, if you can afford your babies and you want to have babies and you really don't need anything for him, go ahead. Have as many babies as you can afford. I love babies. As many as you can afford. Let me tell you, for me, I'm telling you this because I was married twice. Twice. My first marriage, I had 3 boys. 3 boys, my first marriage. The marriage didn't work out. My ex-husband passed away, so I was left with the 3 boys. I raised those 3 boys on my own sweat and tears. I didn't run out trying to find a man to help me raise my boys. You understand? And that's what a lot of women do. They run out trying to find somebody to help them survive. You see? The way to do that, ladies, is to put yourself in a position that you can support yourself and anything else that comes your way. You see? So you're not just left hanging out there if a man decides to up and leave you, which is in this day and age, too many of them are. And then they want to blame you. Because now how you feel like you're going to find a high value man and you got all these kids by all these different men. Well, guess what? It was the men that strapped you down with all those kids. Telling you lies. And making you think that they were the man for you. And they're going to be everything for you. When all they wanted from you was sex. Men lie. All they wanted from you was sex. Women, think long and hard. I know we've been groomed to believe that you need a husband to validate who you are. You need a husband for validation. You don't need a husband for validation. You're valid just the way you are. Build your own. Build your own empire. You see? 9 times out of 10, if you do that, the universe will send you someone to match you. Now, here's the tricky part. Ladies, you have to be what you want. Okay. Now, that's a big statement, but it's a true statement. You have to be what you want. Okay. You can't be out here whoring around and think you're going to get a man who doesn't do that. The universe is going to match. You tell the universe that you want somebody, they're going to match you with who you are. If you are honest, you love yourself, you value yourself, you see, and you go within. You go within for your strength. You don't look outside for your strength. You go within. The universe will match you up with somebody that's like that for you. If you are not an upstanding, correct person, that's why you're not attracting correct people. You're not attracting correct people. And you say that you need a man. First, you need to step back and work on yourself. Work on yourself. So when the right man comes along, you'll know that this person is the right person for you. And you're not taken in by the visual. You're not taken in by or the sweet words that he says. And you won't be so needy till as soon as he touches you, you just jelly. That's a need. You need a man's touch. Yeah. Now, men are hoping that you're out there being a needy fish, that you need them. They're banking on that. They are banking on women needing them. Women. There's a difference between need and want. If you're in a position that you don't need a man, then you can want a man if you want to. You can want him. You're in a position now. Pick, choose who you want or nobody. You know what I'm saying? You want a man, but you're not desperate to have a man. You would like to have somebody, but if you don't, you're still happy and fulfilled. You don't need a man for that, to make you happy or to fulfill you. And see, when I was growing up in my adult years, I felt like I needed a man to complete me. I used to say, when I get a man, then my life is going to start. Then everything is going to be fine. All right? I had 2 men, and they did nothing for me and my life and my progression in life. No, they didn't. They didn't. They did not add to who I am and who I wanted to be. In fact, they were a hindrance to my growth, because the men that I had did not want me to progress past them. Whatever they did or felt like they did, they wanted me to just stay. Don't try to be anything better. Just stay where you are. And I wasn't satisfied with that. I'm the type of person, I need to be free to express myself. And a lot of men don't like that. They don't want women to express themselves. They want women to be seen and not heard. Seen and not heard. That's why you get with these men, and they want you to look a certain way. I heard one man tell his wife, "You can't come out here looking like that because you representing me." No. I am not out here representing you. I'm out here representing me. Just because, see, this is the thing about a man. When you hook up with them, whether you are dating, whether he considers that you two are in a relationship, he feels like he's the boss over you. When a man announces that we're in a relationship, he feels like he's the boss over you. And many of them will cut the relationship if you don't submit to them. If you don't submit to their little whims, whatever. No, ladies, we are not the weaker sex. We are the more intelligent of the two sexes. We are the more intelligent. But we give it to the man because, we want him to be strong. We call ourselves helping him to be a man. Listen, if he's not already a masculine man, you can't do anything to make him that. And a lot of men today are not masculine. They are becoming more feminine. More feminine. And where does that leave us women? Women, that's why I'm telling you, stand on your own 2 feet. See, things in the universe, it just goes around. Like the men are acting this way now, but it doesn't mean that they're always going to be that. You see? In the transition and transformation, especially if men are not getting what they want from us or what they think that they deserve from us, they're going to be forced to change. They're going to be forced to change their tactic in the way that they relate to us. You see, we deserve respect, the highest of respect. You know how much we do? We do for our families. And if we're involved with a man, how much we do for him. And many of them, they don't appreciate it. after a while, it just, they expect it. They expect it. You see? Ladies, you did not come here to be a servant for this man. That's why I ask you, do you need a man? Or is it that you want a man? Now, for me, I would like to have a man. If one came correct, totally correct, I would consider it. But if he didn't, I don't need it. I am self-sufficient, self-supporting, happy in my own right. I don't need anybody to make me happy. That's how I want you to be. Strong, standing on your own 2 feet. Don't let a man come in there and make you feel bad, or, like I heard a man the other day talking about, well, how old are you? And the girl said, I'm 45. Well, what make you think you gonna get a man? You too old. You too this. You too fat. You're not pretty enough. Ladies, don't go for that. Don't go for that. Let me tell you, there's a lid out there for every pot. My grandmother used to say that. There's a lid up for every pot. Now, you may see a lid that you want, you see, but that lid might not fit your pot. That lid may not be for you. You see? And plus, you're probably going after it because you need it for something. You feel like you need him for something. You need him. Ladies, don't live your life in need. Don't live your life in need. And if you work on yourself, work on your own stability, you won't live your life in need. Whatever you feel like you'd like to have, you'll know how to go to the universe and ask. Because the universe always answers when you ask. It always answers. But you have to be in a position to receive. In a position to receive. And that's why I tell women, work on yourself so that you will be in a position when the right man comes along to receive it. You see, and it don't matter how many kids you got or how old you are, or how big you are. That's men. That's men telling you that because they want to reshape women to be like their sex toys. Basically, that's what they want. You to be their sex toy. And you want to be arm candy so they can go and show their boys who they having sex with. They don't value what you bring to the table, your intelligence and all the things that you do for them. Now, again, I'm not talking about all men. I know men get upset with me when I tell women this, but I'm telling you, women, we are getting hurt, heartbroken, devastated by these men fooling us. Fooling us and making us think that they're going to be everything that we've ever wanted when all they want is sex. Or if it's not sex, then they want your resources. And there's too many men out here that want that. Now, I'm not talking about the young men coming up, so I'm not talking about that because the young men, they haven't really been groomed yet. It's the older men in the workforce that have been groomed by the narcissists to treat women in a narcissistic way. Don't value women anymore. They look at the women like you just another man. So why should they do anything special for you? You see, women, value yourself. Don't look for validation outside of you. You love yourself and know your own value. And until a man approaches you correct, don't give them the time of day. Don't give them your time at all and see what happens. Then they'll start chasing you. Then they'll start valuing you when you just don't give yourself away to them. Just give it away. Just give it away because you're thinking in your mind that's the way to hold on to him. That's a lie. That is not the way to hold on to a man. Number one, in your mind, decide whether you really need a man or do you want a man. I'm hoping that you women will be more on the want side if you want a man and not on the need side. Because when you need something, most times you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it. And you don't want to do this when it comes to men. You don't want to be out there doing whatever it takes to have a man. And, you know, there's some silly women out here are wanting to fight other women because of a man. I think that's foolish. A man is going to talk to any woman he wants to and approach any woman he wants to. You can't stop that. And you can't stop him. And this is the funny thing about it. The women won't even approach the man. They'll run and try to jump on the women. That's silly. He's still doing it. He's still doing it. And you can't approach him yet. Number one, you're probably afraid to. You're probably afraid to confront him with that. Women, be strong. Value yourself. Respect yourself. Know that you are a treasure. A gifted treasure. Know your worth. And once you know who you are and what you bring, you'll find that you don't need a headache. You don't need a headache. Now, not saying that all men are like that. But in today's society, it's too many of them that are. And you need to take your time. Take your time when you meet someone. Take your time to get to know these people. Know that you can trust them before you bring them into your environment, into your life. So, ladies, I hope that I said something in this video that could really help someone, because there is a difference between needing and wanting. So I wish you all well and much, much happiness. And I thank you again for supporting this channel. And ladies, stand up, be strong, and love yourself. And I hope to see you next time.